Hello, this is Bridget Rao, Divine Essentials. Alright, I have a lot of new decks here, and I just wanted to say thank you before I begin. This is going to be just a general check-in. I am still pretty tired energetically, so I'm trying to, keep myself from doing too much. But there's a lot of decks, so I want to say thank you. So I've got the Queen of the Moon Oracle from Kristen. So thank you very much, Kristen. She says, "Hi, Bridget. I'm so loving your messages on healing. Keep up the good work. You are a positive light for our journeys. Love and light, Kristen." So thank you very much. And then I've got the Thelema Tarot from Kristen. And she says, "Hi, Bridget. I really love your card selections on your wish list. Always anticipate your beautiful, informative readings. Love and light, Kristen." So thank you very much again, Kristen. And then we've got the Tarot de la Nuit. And again from Kristen. So thank you very much again, Kristen. She just says, "This looks like such a beautiful deck. Can't wait for you to read on them." There was one that didn't come with a note. So I'm pretty sure it's from her, though it was in the same box. I've got Oracle of the Shadows and Light, and I think this is the one. She says, "Hi, Bridget. I love this dark and mysterious deck. Hope you enjoy Love and Light." So thank you again, Kristen. I think it'll be awesome sauce. Is there another note? Okay. I did try to find them. And then I got the Mermaid Tarot, and I believe this one's from Kristen as well. And I think I've read the notes from all the notes from her. And then I've got the Healing Light Tarot, which came yesterday, and I'm not quite sure who it's from. It wasn't signed. It just says, "Hi, Bridget. Hope you enjoyed this deck. It looks so beautiful. Thank you for everything you do." So thank you very much for these new decks. They look beautiful. I have played with them a little bit. I ended up having to do a couple private readings for people just because they had emailed the wrong address and things like that. And also somebody had asked the other day about the person that had done the free reading for me. So on Facebook, there's a group called Messages from Beyond and More, and there's a girl named Kayla Eichen, I'm not really sure, but she goes by Mystic Virgo as well. She's creating a deck for those within the twin flame or like soulmate type of connections. But if you want to go to her group, she does daily readings there, and she shares little things and does like little freebies here and there. So I would go check it out if you're interested. And that is the person that did my free reading for those who did ask. Okay, so I do love this tarot that came. The Mermaid Tarot has one of those cool little boxes that you guys know I go crazy about. But also the book is really big and beautiful. So if you're somebody that's trying to learn, like I always say, try to find them that have, a good sized book, because it's going to give you another way of looking at that card. What you basically want to do is just build your way of looking at the cards. Like, okay, this card means this from this person, but it means this from this person. And it also is impacted by what other cards are around it. And if the tarot intimidates you, oracle cards are great. So, I'm actually thinking, let me know what you guys think. If you'd like to learn the tarot from me, now that I have Vimeo, I can actually create little courses for you guys, or, figure out a way to do something with you all. If you're interested in learning how I read, because I read a little bit different. So I'm going to start off with Thelema. The Thelema was really pretty. So we're going to start off with Thelema. I got some good cards out of here earlier. And we're just going to find out what Divine Masculine's head is at today. I didn't really get it out. So where is Divine Masculine's head? I guess he just wants to tell us. So we've got the Page of Cups right off the gap. We also have the Page of Swords. And we have the Ten of Swords. So the page energy, we all know, can be somebody who's perceived as being a little bit younger. They're not a knight or they're not a king yet. But this could just be indicating that they're wanting to make some sort of offer to their Queen of Cups. Okay, and with the Page of Swords, this is somebody that has some sort of truth that they want to say. They may want to reach out to you through social media. They could check through social media to see what you've been up to lately. just things like that. That's what this card indicates. So within their thoughts, it's like they may be wanting to see what you're up to, and they're thinking about some sort of offer towards this Queen of Cups. But with the Ten of Swords, some of them could be going through some painful endings right now, or just having some painful realizations. Okay, I feel like sometimes they want to do something, but then they feel defeated, and it's like they just don't get themselves there. It's like their thoughts are keeping them stuck from making their offers. Their thoughts are keeping them stuck from saying anything at all. They may feel like if they say something, it's not going to end well, or that they're going to say the wrong thing. It just feels like that with this. But it does feel like there is a desire, and that they are thinking about you, but definitely going through some stuff at this time. So whatever's going on in their head, it's like these are tower moments. These could be epiphany moments. Like I said, they could have had some sort of realization about something, and it's like kind of made them feel like, whoa, wait a minute. I wasn't looking at things maybe so clear in the past. I wasn't thinking straight. Or again, this could be the ending of like a karmic situation. This could be the ending of, some sort of situation in their lives. Like maybe they were holding on to something that was kind of toxic, and then they had the realization and they put an end to it, but now they're like at this place where they have to build themselves back up. And that could again be indicating this energy over here, feeling like, I don't know if I have a whole lot to offer right now, because so like this could be like, moving, losing a house, losing finances, losing a job, having like a loss within the family. I just feel like that the masculines I'm tuning into right now have something going on, but it's in their thoughts. So it may not have been something that's manifested into the physical, but there could be fears surrounding this. Like, they could be thinking some not so great thoughts at this time, basically. And then I have the Eight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So again, Eight of Wands, this is wanting to take action. This is wanting to communicate. Page of Wands is somebody, again, who wants to do something. They want to get creative in how they do it, but it's a younger type of vibration, so it's not as like here I am, I'm definitely going to do it. It's like it's just thinking about it, building up the energy for it. But with the Nine of Swords, there's anxiety about it. So I think that this is tying into over here. Whatever they're thinking about, they're just not feeling 100% confident in how it's going to go. And you like see he's like got the cup he's trying to offer, but he's like, I don't know if I should or not. And here it's like, well, what if I do this? But what if I do that? And then it's like here I get into this place of anxiety, and then it keeps me from doing anything. And then here, this could also be connected to things that they're seeing. With the Page of Swords, this is somebody who's observing. Sometimes people think of this as like somebody watching, so they could have watched something that made them feel that anxiety, or that you don't want to hear from them anymore, or that, even in their own life, they could have observed something that has made them now feel like this, and it's impacting their ability to communicate or take action because they've got some stuff happening, especially in their head. I don't feel like it's necessarily in the material world. There's definitely something going on in their head. So I'm going to switch decks, and we're going to see what's going on for their feelings towards their feminine. We have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is commitment, somebody who wants to be married. Sometimes, like, that's a card of marriage. So it's basically like, I want to come together with you. They may not, because I am noticing this energy of this card's a little bit different from like the one in here I got earlier. It was like really gold and light and beautiful. This one's a little darker. So I'm feeling like some of them may want to come together, but there's like a moon influence. So, and I feel like it's because of this stuff within the head. It's like, I would like to be with that person, but, a bunch of buts afterwards, but this, but that. There's some sort of secrets too. So for some, they could still be involved in other situations, and this could be them thinking about putting an end to certain things within their life because they feel like they want to have a connection elsewhere, but there also could be insecurities about this, because I feel like this is like the moon. I know it's a mirror, which is also connected to twin flames and higher level soulmates. These people usually mirror things too, but I feel like there is something going on with that. And Knight of Wands is on the bottom here. So I'm feeling like they feel like they want to connect with you, probably definitely sexually. They could be desiring to, make love and things like that. Or for some, they could be thinking that this type of behavior in the past could kind of impact their ability to come in and connect with you in this way, which again leads to more anxiety. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Page of Swords. Look at their feeling, and then we got the Knight of Swords. So their feelings are very much connected to their thoughts. And this is what happens. Whatever we think, we feel. And whatever we feel, we manifest into our physical world. It all starts within the mind. So if we're going around thinking, not so great feelings and not so great things, we're not going to feel so great about things. And then it kind of keeps us stuck, and we start to perceive things around us that may not even be necessarily there. I feel like there's fear that you're going to say no, or that you're angry with them, or that you don't want to hear from them, or that you're like you would end up hurting them, or you would end up tricking them. I feel like this person has been hurt a lot in the past, and that could be some of this too. Like, they may want to not be alone. They may want to have somebody in their life to share things with, and they may even have somebody in their life to share things with. But I feel like there is this element, because I know a lot of you have connected with them even while they've been with somebody else. And if you're with somebody and you're sleeping with somebody else, it's a 100% clear indicator that you're not happy and that you're not getting your needs met from this person. So for those of you who have dealt with that and you're like, oh, whatever, they are not happy. You don't cheat on people unless you're not happy. All right. So I feel like this person may have done this in the past with you. They want to, but I don't think it's because they don't care about you, and I don't think it's because they're 100% happy where they are. There's something going on within their thoughts and their emotions that may make them do that. And I feel like they could have really had some painful endings in the past that brought this about. And they could even be going through similar things right now. If they've gone through some sort of divorce, or if they're gonna, leave behind a certain thing that they've been doing for a long time, that's going to cause anxiety. I feel like this person's afraid to change. They're maybe afraid to commit because they're afraid that eventually it's going to end badly. Eventually this person will not like me, or this person will hurt me, and so they're going back and forth in their mind and in their emotions when it comes to how they feel about you. And then we have the Page of Swords. So again, this could also be that they've perceived something, or they've seen something that makes them feel this way, that maybe your passion's no longer as strong as it once was for them. Yeah, look at that Nine of Pentacles. So they could be seeing you in your single, sexy, like, I'm going out, I'm exploring the world. I know I'm worthy of a Ten of Pentacles, which is the progression. When you're in your Nine of Pentacles energy, what comes next is the 10, which is a commitment. It's a loyal person that wants to see the value within you and honor that value within you. And I think a lot of you have risen into that through, connecting with your Queen of Swords energy and just creating healthy boundaries in your life. But when you do that, that's a change. That could have been a painful ending for this person too. Maybe in the past you didn't have boundaries with this person. Maybe in the past all they had to do was like blink at you and you would show up for them. And I feel like at some point you had to protect yourself and no longer do that because it hurt. You were getting hurt every time, they come in and out of your life. And I think that, again, this shows that this may be connected to their thoughts more so than their feelings. I think whatever goes on in their head is what makes them kind of retract away from you. Whatever they perceive within this world makes them doubt. Makes them doubt if they could be the person that gives you this, or if that it would ever work out in that way. It makes them feel kind of like a page. Like, I don't know if I can offer this person what they're looking for. I don't know if I'm good enough to give this person what they need. And I don't know if this person will stay with me. I feel like this person has been hurt in the past, or has kind of just put up this guard to keep themselves from ever being hurt. It's almost like, if I leave you, you can't leave me. Or if I play you, you can't play me. It's almost like anticipating people to treat me badly. So I'm going to treat you in a way that's not so great because that protects me. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And so I feel like this person, it does feel this urge to heal. And on the bottom we got the Four of Swords, which is about a time out. It's about meditation. It's about healing. It's about slowly progressing and getting out of this place within our mind that has been detrimental in our lives. Because like I said, this person does want to have something good, but there's things going on within the mind that is playing with their insecurities, playing with their doubts, their fears, some sort of beliefs that have been, taken on throughout their lifetime. Something's going on for this person, and I think it's going to be different for everybody. But again, they feel like they want to communicate with you, but I think they're just indecisive. They go back and forth in their head because of these things. Now, for some of you, it's because you've been creating those boundaries. For others of you, I feel like it could be because they're with somebody else and they kind of feel stuck, because we got the Eight of Swords. This is like an imprisonment within the mind. So it could be that they're just going back and forth on, what do I do? How do I do this? How do I get out of my head? And how do I, feel my way into this? Does this person still, want me? Is this person going to say yes to me? Is this person going to say no to me? Is this person going to hurt me? All of the things. And keep this in mind, if you're on a twin flame journey, usually the fears that you walk around with, they have them too. Or the way that your mind works is very much the way their mind works. It may not be exactly, but usually you have a lot of similar fears. You're going to have a lot of similar thoughts, or like, oh, I'm going to do this because of this. And they may do the same type of thing, like however your mind works. And the things that you do, like if you go look at them, or if you feel them, or if you just, it's like they're likely doing the same thing in the same moments, and they're having the same doubts and the same fears that you have. So always keep that in mind when you're thinking and feeling stuff. Try to raise it up, try to heal, so that you're not causing issues for them through your own fears and your own illusions, and try not to get sucked into theirs. Because I've been talking to feminines that, their masculines, like, they feel like this overwhelming anxiety, and I don't think it's their own anxiety. It's their masculine's anxiety that they're picking up on. It makes it hard to breathe. It makes it hard to do. It makes it hard to think. So we have resilience. And I think what this is saying is that they have this hunger for resilience. They have this hunger to keep going. This is like the Ten of Wands. They have all of these burdens on their back that they need to release. And this is 27, so it added up to 9, which is endings and new beginnings. So I feel like this new moon that we are going through, because the energies are still here, are helping them to release the burdens that they've been carrying, so that they can hold on to that resilience inside of them. If we add up 21, it's 3. That's about transformation. And then 29 adds up to 11, okay? So it's like they have hunger to hold on to this resilience. They don't want to let go of you. When it comes to releasing, I don't think they're trying to release you. They're trying to release those fears surrounding you. They're trying to tap into this inner wisdom inside of themselves. And I think that's why they're getting lost within the mind, because sometimes you get up into your head and you start thinking like, well, if I do this, or, oh, if I do that, and then it starts to go bad, or you see something that just spirals you out of control. And it's like, it could be nothing. It could be simple, but because you go into your head, you go into this spiral of, oh my goodness, this is the worst thing ever. Let me create a lot of pain out of this. Okay, because there has been some unexpected things, but I also feel like they're going to show up unexpectedly. Okay, I feel like a lot of you maybe at this point now where you're like, I don't think this person's coming back. I think this person's happy where they are. This person doesn't want to change. This person doesn't think this or feel this. It's like and sometimes you may feel good, and other times you may kind of feel not so good. But I think when you least expect it, this person is going to show back up. I don't think this person wants to stay away. They're very attracted to you. Number 44 is again about that foundation that has been built between the two of you. And like we've seen, there was a lot of tower energy. I feel like this person has had some sort of realization about why they have this strong magnetic attraction to you. And I think because you've been doing the self-love and you've been healing and creating those boundaries that were needed, that's helping to make them feel more attracted to you as well. It's like you've been nourishing yourself, you've taken back your power. And this is funny because this is 16, which I would add up to 7, and this is 7, so it's 7, 7. It's like that energy is, and that's a divine energy. It's like they see you in that nourishing divine power, and I feel like they kind of want to have a piece of that. You know, they want this new beginning with you. Number 2, which is again partnership. So I do think that this person is going to come back around for a new beginning, but right now they're in this energy of assessing, like, how should I do this? Should I do this or should I not do this? Is this person going to, you know, expect me? Like, is this person going to want me? I think they're just really up in their head thinking about it and reflecting. Number 17. So you're seeing a lot of the same energies. You could be seeing 777 at this time. If you're seeing 777 a lot, I feel like they're coming soon, okay? If you've been seeing a lot of 5s, that's representing that things are changing. All right, so I feel like some of you could be seeing like those numbers repeating. And then we have resistance. So there is resistance that's being healed. There's reflection that's going on to release this. And there is a very strong desire for pleasure. This person wants to have an ending of this separation so that they can tap back into that pleasure and receive the balance that you bring to them. You know, they feel that and they are attracted to your beauty. And it's like, it doesn't matter what you look like. There's a beauty about you because you share that energy within that soul. So it's a soul beauty. I don't think they care if you came looking like in a trash bag. They're still going to be drawn to your energy because it's like you guys heal each other. You charge each other up when you're in each other's, energy. Look at that, masculine. So the masculine does recognize your beauty. The masculine is going through all of this energy here. And if you've been having a difficult time, try to hold on to that faith right now that your masculine, does see the beauty of this connection, does want to, ripple this balance back into this pleasure and release the resistance that they've been reflecting on and assessing so they can have a new beginning with this feminine that has taken back her power. She's trying to nourish and love herself to the best of her ability, and that's helping them to be attracted and to realize, what this is. And I think for a lot of them, it was unexpected. I don't think they thought that you would ever kind of pull away or that you would ever be this significant in their life. I think in the past, they didn't see it that way because you were so in their face. You didn't give them time you see the resistance. You were the one that was in the resistance. And then you went into this mode of acceptance and allowance. And it could have brought in a lot of darkness for you, but it also helped to start over with creation and to bring this back into fruition. And you taught yourself how to create abundance, how to live within these boundaries, and what to will into your life through that mode of surrendering and allowing. And of course, there's been a lot of fears, number 11, about this connection. But I do think a lot of you will receive action from this person. This is part of your path. Everything that you've been going through has taught you wisdom. And you've been learning how to release, and you've been learning how to heal and be resilient within this. And there is a beautiful hunger between the both of you at this time to connect. I think a lot of you are feeling that sexual desire, that passionate energy, this Knight of Wands. It's like you are missing the energy that you receive when you are near this person. So let's just grab another energy to see where they're at right now. We've got the little witches, 2 little witches, magical space clearing time. So what I feel like this is saying is that for those who are either in a third party or for those that this person has put something else ahead of the connection. Maybe they're a workaholic. Maybe they just are like, oh, I'm a non-committal person. I'm going to be single till I die. There's something else that they've needed to choose between, but this is space clearing. So if you've been feeling that urge to clean and shed stuff, purge, even if it's just energetically, maybe you're feeling like I need to clear my energy. I need to take a shower. Just doing things like that. And it can be again, represented through wanting to clean and dust and toss out old clothes and just make space. It's like you're in this mode because you feel that they're coming back around. Okay. It's like you're creating space for them to come, and they're clearing space. They're clearing out who's no longer supposed to be there or what's no longer supposed to be there. And again, I think that's why there's a lot of those doubts and those fears within the mind, because people tend to get stuck and they don't like change. So when you got to make change, it freaks you out. But we have calm amid chaos. So I feel like they see you as being this calm amongst it all. All right. They the thought of you kind of gives them a little bit of calmness while they're dealing with all these things that they're trying to clear out of their mind and their energy. Again, I feel like when they tune into you, you bring a little bit of healing to them, and they're hungry for that. They're missing that. And again, that's causing anxiety, and that's causing that sexual, passionate energy for them to want to come back around. But some of them are looking at things from a distorted view. This is overindulgence, intoxication. So for some, I feel like this could be like maybe they have too much to drink and they start thinking and going crazy about stuff. And then again, this could just be whatever they've observed. They could be looking at something and reading it totally wrong because of this energy. And this is like I tell people, like when you get a reading and things like that, when you go watch a reading, you don't want to go to that when you're already feeling down and freaked out, because you're going to attract things to you that sound 10 times bad. Like if you watch this reading and you're already triggered by something, you're going to take every like message as a hit to your soul. It's going to make you feel shitty. But if you feel good about and confident about it, you'd feel better about the messages that are coming through, and you would take it a little bit easier. So I feel like that's kind of what's going on in this person's life right now. And it doesn't even necessarily have to have anything to do with you. There's things that they're observing that are causing anxiety, and it's causing them to look at things from this distorted place. For some, it is like they're getting drunk, or they're doing drugs, or they're just like messing with their consciousness. They're not seeing things clearly. And I think that could be, for some of you guys, that third element. Like there's something that they're either putting into their body or somebody that they're connecting with energetically that's causing this energy of just distortion. They're not seeing things 100% for how they are. And then they see you as this calmness amongst all of it. So I do feel that it's like they may get triggered, they may feel something, they get like this place of anxiety, and then you bring in that calmness back into it, and it helps them. And it helps them to get clear about like what they need to do. It says a clear solution. And then your sensuality is beautiful. So again, there's a heavy sexual, passionate desire towards their feminine right now. But I do think that you help them to know that there is something better. Transitions into the spirit realm. So like it's like they know like you have something that's like different, that you can help them to manifest themselves out of this, that you can help them to find that calmness in their own lives and to change things without it being so overwhelming. All right, so we're going to check in with the Healing Light Tarot next. There's so many decks. I'm like, I don't know which one I've used. All right, so let's see what they might do. And again, this is just their energy right now. This could shift, in 5 minutes. So whenever we get a reading, try to be mindful of that. Like, they could just have had a bad day. Or the people I'm tuning into right now, they could just have something going on. They may not even be aware of it fully, but I do feel like this is something that will shift, and it's likely a result of everything that's going on energetically right now. And I just saw that when I dropped that, there was a lot of cards. There was the Empress and the Emperor that I saw together. So it's like these things shift every moment. And look at that. Here's the Magician. So I do think that they are going through the time of transformation, and it's typical when you go through a time of transformation to have fears come up, to be worried about change, to not be sure about your actions. It's just we all do it. And this moon and the energies that we have right now with all of the karma stuff clearing out, it's to be expected that there's going to be some stuff that doesn't feel so great. But again, we see that they want to make an offer, and I feel like they will. Okay, it may not be like a huge offer, but I do feel that some sort of offer is going to be made for a majority of those of you who are resonating with this, that can sense that they're going through this time of transformation and that they've been kind of having these anxieties surrounding this. And then we have the Two of Cups. So I think they see this as they see you as their soulmate. They see you as the star. So the star is like a wish coming true. The star can also be somebody that has risen up in their own life. They may have, attracted a lot of abundance to them. They could be a starseed. You may resonate with that. But I do think that this is their action. That I don't know if I said it out loud, but that was my intention for this, was to see like what they're going to do. I do think they're going to change. They're going to collect all the tools that they need to change this energy that they're in so that they can make an offer towards their Two of Cups, towards their wish fulfillment, and come out of this last phase of ickiness into a whole new phase, tapping into their intuition, getting back into alignment with their High Priestess for justice and balance. So it does look promising, okay? And I think that this could be something that happens rather soon for them. Yeah, I think there's truth-filled communication coming towards you. They just have to get out of their head and down into their heart so that they don't feel overwhelmed about speaking about how they actually feel, King of Cups, so they don't have to have any anxiety. And I think there has been a transformation in the way that they're going to communicate to you, and there's been a shift in their perspective about how they feel about you. I think their perspective has shifted up, and that's bringing this communication. So Ace of Swords is, again, new communication. King of Swords is somebody that's very truthful. And I love that he's with the King of Cups, because the King of Swords can be a little like, hey, this is the truth, and yeah, great. I like you. Whatever. Bye. You know, like not a whole lot of emotion in it. Kind of just very cut and dry. Like, yes, I like you. Bye. But I feel like there is transformation. So if you've dealt with that in the past, but you've sensed that there was more emotion, that they were kind of like pretending like it wasn't there, I do feel like that's transforming. But with the King of Cups, this is somebody that if they don't say it, they're definitely going to show it. So pay attention to how they act with you. You know, maybe in the past they have like ignored you. Maybe you are connected on social media. They never like your post, or they never reach out to you. They never do certain things, right? I feel like that's going to change. The actions that they're going to take are going to try to show you, hey, I do care. I do like you, and I want to talk to you, you know. And it's not going to be like a holding it back from you. And we have the Seven of Pentacles, so this is about working on building value. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's like they want a valuable new beginning. They want to communicate. They want to work on this. They don't want to leave it in the way that it is. They don't want to be feeling the energies that they've been feeling. Queen of Swords, though. So again, they have to overcome that fear. And I think that's why a lot of them have to be in that King of Swords energy, because they know if they come to you in this energy, if the back and forth Knight of Swords, you're going to cut them down. So it's like, if they've been back and forth with their communication in the past, they know that they can't do that. And we have Two of a Kind. So I think there has been a mental realization on this person's part that they know, this is the person I'm meant to be with. This is the clear decision I'm meant to make. This is where I was supposed to be all along. And it's probably why I'm feeling so shitty right now, because I pushed this away from me, or I hurt this person. I didn't speak up on how I truly felt, or anytime I, went in there, I always ran back out. And I think they're trying to make that decision to not do that again, because they see you as an empress, and they definitely have an offer to give you. But it's a page offer, so it's not going to be like, let's get married, or I want to be your boyfriend and girlfriend. But I think it's going to lead to that with the Ten of Cups. It's like they see you as that person that they could have a solid relationship with. They see you as fulfillment, and they see you as being sexy. But they're not ready to go from like this to this just yet. So it's like you're going to have to kind of build it and just start communicating with them. I feel like, yeah, look, it's going to build over time. It's like you guys are going to weave the web that needs to be built between the two of you to establish like a friendship again, and then to establish that relationship between the two of you, and building this into something that's balanced. With the Six of Pentacles, that's all about balance. So if in the past you were the one that was always reaching out to them, I think that may change. They may be the one that's going to reach out to you. And I feel like you should just kind of do the opposite of whatever you've done in the past with this person. All right? Because I think they kind of need to be the one that takes the lead, even though they're nervous about it. You let them set the pace for where they're going. Because a lot of them have been either single for a while or in another commitment. And you don't want them going from being with somebody else to just being with you immediately. Like that can always cause a lot of issues. You're going to then be like, am I just, rebound and things like that. And a lot of you have been in this energy, so this is what's attracting them to you. Stay in that. Be in that beautiful energy. Stay strong about what you have set up for boundaries and things like that. And kind of just let them set the pace as how they're going to come in. And if you start to sense like trickery or, you know, like not so great feelings, check your own mind about it and make sure it's not just fears. But if they are treating you in a not so great way, then, you know, pull back and be that Queen of Swords again. Don't allow old cycles to repeat, because then you're just going to be back at square one. So try to approach this in a whole new way. All right, and I think we have one more deck, which is the Mermaids. So let's see what the Mermaids have to say about this connection, about like what's going to go on between the two of you, where this may be going. Page of Cups again. So we've had the Page of Cups come through in almost every single deck. And I feel like this is just indicating that they do want to make an offer, but I don't think it's going to be like a grand offer. It's just going to be like a, hey, I've missed you, or hey, how are you? Anything else? Page of Wands. And again, another page. So they're getting creative in how they're going to do this. You may even like receive something. They may send you something, and it may even, you may not even know. Okay. And it could be energetic because it is the wands, but it's like, I think there's some sort of message or some sort of information that they're trying to give to you. So it could be telepathic. That could be why it's showing up as a page too, because it's not like, because the knight's going to be like, hey, I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to say it confidently to you. And the king, you know, definitely 100% is there. But the page may be like telepathic, dreamtime communication. Like you may be waking up when you're asleep randomly, and it's like it's a message from them, or you just feeling them. And I think that's how they're getting creative with this. It's almost like they're trying to attract you to them. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like some of them just feel like abandoned, you know, and that you can, it's almost like they want you to be the one to give them something. They want you to be the one to reach out and bring them that happiness, because I think in the past you did and now you don't. But you've done that because you weren't getting clear communication from this person, so you had to be the Queen of Swords. And I think that's made them feel like unsure about how to approach you, or unsure if you even want to be approached. Especially if you've cut them off in any way. Five of Swords. So yeah, there's a lot of conflict in this person's mind. And I think it's just fear. But there is love here and a desire for this new beginning of passion. So I think a lot of them are just thinking about, connecting with you sexually, or wanting to just feel your energy. I'm hearing like they want to be like in you because they want to feel your energy. It's like you feed them. Give them something good. Six of Pentacles. You help to bring balance into them. And they do know they have to show up in this King of Swords energy. And I think that's intimidating to them too. So for now, they're kind of hanging back. And I think if you were to be the one that like said something to them, they may actually be truthful with you. But it's almost like they're just afraid of being the one to initiate. So it's like they may be trying to initiate with you and you're just not even seeing it. But there's a definite connection here. Two of Cups. It's like they miss you. They want to feel that energy with you. And I think there's just some fear surrounding it. And they think they could be trying to attract you to them, so that they can communicate with you authentically. Eight of Cups. They feel like you've walked away from them. And the Lovers. So they miss their lover. They miss their Two of Cups. They feel like they've lost you, or that they're losing you. For some of them, they feel like they're losing you, or that they would, but they're trying to tap into the strength to overcome that, because this is a higher level commitment with the Hierophant. And I think they're realizing that they're learning stuff right now and awakening. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, they're learning a lot about this, so that they can have the Four of Wands, so they can have the union with you and not, come in and out and cause issues. I think they're learning a lot about themselves. Eight of Wands, but there's a definite desire to communicate. So I think the best thing, let's see what they say you should do. Knight of Swords and Six of Wands. So the Knight of Swords is somebody going back and forth sometimes, but this is also like having that, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get there. And then with the Six of Wands, this is like, I am victorious. So I feel like what Spirit's saying is, get in that place within your mind that, like, I'm doing this, I'm going to get this. And then with the Six of Wands, feel it energetically, like, feel like you've already won. Feel like this, what does it look like, taste like, smell like? Feel like for this person to be in your life in every level. You know, what does this communication sound like when they start talking to you? What words is this Emperor going to bring to you? And what does it look like to spend, you know, to have this Ten of Pentacles with this person, this loyal person, this companion who's gentle with you, who's loving and nurturing, that sees the value within you. You know, so start embodying that energy and realizing that you deserve that. Attract it to you through trusting that that's what you deserve. Knight of Wands. So again, even tapping into that sensual energy inside of yourself can help, you know, attract this person to you. Like, feel that passionate drive towards them. Kind of let them know that it still exists, that it's still available. Six of Cups. I do think reconciling with your inner child and your past lives will help you to overcome any of these anxieties and to help them overcome these anxieties, so that you can work together to build something. Three of Pentacles is about coming together and building. You know, let's work together on this so that the next phase is one of beauty, one of balance. That's the World. You know, that's that completion. That's the last card of the Major Arcana before the next phase begins. And look at that, the Tower. So it's like these things are coming down. The old paradigm is crushing, so that your star energy can come in, so that your wishes can be fulfilled, so that this person can come back into your life. And I think Spirit is guiding it. Judgment. Temperance. Yes, union. So Spirit is guiding you back into Temperance, which is your union. This is that yes energy. That's that balance of passion and emotion. And again, whatever they've seen is making them feel this Five of Cups right now. And Ten of Swords. So this could be, you know, relationships, experiences, Tower moments in their own life, but something that they're viewing, and it's keeping them in this energy of feeling stuck and creating these burdens. So you need to help them to find this energy just by meditating, connecting, sending them energy, letting them know that there isn't, you know, try to release any resistance that you're holding on to, or any fears that you're holding on to, any beliefs or energy that's been detrimental to attracting in your justice, to attracting in a balanced connection with this person. Yeah, let down your sword, Queen. Queen of Swords just kind of remained behind, so I feel like that's what they're saying. Like, it's time to let down your sword. Just a little bit. So, I think that's it. If you like it, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. Either way, it helps me out. I am still on my little mini break, but I will, you know, take new readings and things like that. I'm on a 3-week wait. If you'd like to donate, there's a link down below. That helps me to continue doing these for you. Thank you very much to those who have been donating. And thank you again for all of these beautiful decks. And I think that's it. Oh, you can hit like. You can subscribe. You can come back. Thank you guys very much. In Renee. Namaste.